Welcome to Roblox tutorial part 1, simulator tutorial. I'm going to teach you how to make a simulator, basic simulator. So this is going to be split up into maybe 3 parts, maybe 2 parts, maybe 4 parts. It depends on how long the videos are. But this first part right here is just going to be based off of collecting goodies. So why don't we get into it? So to even start your game, you have to have a base plate. If you don't have a base plate, I'm sorry, I'm not going to baby you through the Roblox menu and teach you how to make a base plate. I'm just praying you do. So whenever you do have a base plate though, you want to start by saving it. So go to game settings, save to Roblox, and save this to anything. I'm not gonna save it to my main turd Burglar Studios. I'm instead gonna save it to this one. This one got hacked a long time ago, so I don't even fucking care about it. Name it to whatever you want. Also, it does not have to be owned by a group. It could be owned by you too, but most of the time you put it to a group. Name it whatever you want. I'm just gonna name this just simulator tutorial. Yep, simulator tutorial. Select which devices you want it on. This one is actually just gonna be for all devices because it's a very simple game. Team create. If you own this, if it's owned by you, I'd suggest turning this off because you don't need it. But if it is owned by a group, I'd suggest turning this on if you want multiple people to work on it. Anyways, you press save, and basically this just creates a new game like that's shared publicly on Roblox. We're 1 minute through already. Damn. All right. So close out of that. So whenever you're done saving it, we still have more setup to do. So you go back into the game settings and go to security and allow HTTPS requests. You do not need this, but you do need enable studio access to API services. A lot of the time you will turn this on though if you want to do like webhooks and stuff, but I'm not doing all that. Allow third party. You don't need any of these. You just need this API services. Press save. And we're going to start by making our tool because we don't have any tool. So to make a tool, go into the workspace and then click this little plus. For some reason you don't see it, but there will be a plus there. Oh yeah, click the little plus. Tool, make a tool, and we're just going to name this I'm just going to name it item. I'm just going to name it item. And so now we can start building our item. So just make a part. My item. Oh, it's best to make a rig for reference. So I'm gonna make a rig like this. Another way to make a rig is if you go to avatar, rig builder. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna do avatar rig builder, and I'm gonna do my avatar. So boom, we have my avatar in here. If you want to, I'm gonna do this. You don't have to do this. I'm gonna change my avatar to R6. It's actually better to just select it to player choice, but it's whatever. And so now that we have a rig next to us, we actually have a size reference, so we can see how big the tool is actually gonna be. So I might speed this up, but I'm just gonna make a very simple tool. Boom. It's just it's just gonna be a block. It's just gonna be a block. I don't know why I silenced up for that, but my tool is literally just gonna be a block. Now you need to name this tool handle and scroll down until you see anchored. Make sure anchored is off and can collide is also off. And then this handle, you want to put this handle into your previous tool. Put it into your tool, the item tool. And so you might not have this fancy little item, but I will try to link the plugin where I can. It's called the Tool Grip Editor. You activate the Tool Grip Editor plugin. And we're going to start editing its grip. Boom. And then you select it again. And to make sure it's working, we just drag the item into the rig, and boom, they're holding it. See, I'm such a genius. I'm just gonna Control Z that back into the workspace. Now we can start actually scripting. So what we need to do is we need to create in replicated storage. We need to make a remote event. We're gonna call this click, and then in server script service we're gonna need a script. We're just gonna name this script main. We're just gonna name it main. Now, starting with the server script, we're going to need to reference data store service, because we're gonna get into little data stores later, but we still need to reference it. So to reference it, we're gonna start by doing local data store service equals game get service data store service. And now that we have data store service referenced, we can also make our data store. So local data stores. We're just gonna name this. So we're gonna in this simulator, this is gonna be a little more advanced. We're gonna have clicks and money, and we're gonna be able to sell our clicks for money. So clicks data store equals data store service get data store, and then we're just gonna name this clicks. Basically, we're gonna create a data store that we're gonna store the player's clicks in, and then we're gonna do game.players.player added connect function player. Basically, this just waits until a player joins the game, and then it will fire this little line of code that we're putting down here. In this little line of code that we're putting down here, we're going to create an object called leader stats. Basically, you ever play a Roblox game and you see the thing up here in the top right corner that tells you everyone's points and stuff? That's basically what we're doing. It's a Roblox thing where if there's a folder in the player called leader stats, it will show that up. So we're going to do that. We're going to create a folder in the player and name it leader stats. So local leader stats equals instance.new folder leader stats.name equals leader stats. By the way, it has to be lowercase, exactly like how I did it. It has to be lowercase like that. Leader stats.parent equals player. So now whenever we run it, whenever a player joins, it's gonna create a folder and put it inside the player called leader stats. It's that simple. Right under this, we're gonna do local clicks equals instance.new not float, number value. Sorry, I mixed this up with Python for a second. Clicks dot name equals clicks dot parent equals leader stats. This is going to create a new value called a new number value called clicks. A number value is any value that's a number. So 1, 2. However, number values can also be like 1.6 or 2.1. If you watched my Python tutorial, it's basically like a float. And then int value would be an int. The reason we're not doing an int is because we don't want our clicks to go into the negatives. So now that we have that, and now the only thing we need to do is load the data whenever they join the game. Now we just need to load their data. So first we're going to check if they even have data. So if clicks data store get async player dot user ID, then so if you get async, if there's information to get, then it's going to run this. And then we're just going to do clicks dot value equals clicks data store get async player dot user ID. So basically it just sets this to whatever this is, if this even exists. Now say the person doesn't have data. Well, what do we do then? Well, if the person doesn't have data, then we're just going to do set the clicks.value to 0. Now, there is one way we could write this in one line, too, and this is my preferred way of doing it. However, some people don't like this. They look at this and they say, grr, I hate you. What I like to do, though, is clicks.value equals clicks data store get async player dot user ID or 0. So we actually don't need any of this. I'm sorry for leading you on. And then that's just it for now. Wait, no, because we're also gonna set up our monies too. So local money equals instance dot new number value. We're basically just rinsing and repeating again. Dot name equals money dot parent equals leader stats, and then money dot value equals. Oh wait, we have to make a money data store. Whoopsie. Local money data store equals data store service get data store money equals money data store get async player dot user ID or 0. Boom. Now it loads all the data whenever they play the game, and it creates the leader stats. We're not going to save the data yet. We don't really care about that. And so now we're going to start by coding the actual tool to give you points. So in the tool right here, first off, we're going to drag this tool into starter pack, and we're going to give it a local script. This local script is basically just going to tell it to fire the function. What the flip? Basically, just gonna tell it to fire the function whenever you click the tool. So the simplest way to do this is just script.parent.activated connect function game.replicated storage click fire server, and then we just want this to give it 1. The reason we're doing this is we're firing it with the data of 1, which is how many clicks we want to give it per click. I could set this to 2 and it'd give it 2 clicks per click, but we don't really care about that yet. And now we want to go back into our main. Now you can do this in 2 different scripts if you want to, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna put a script under the main script. You could also just put it in the same exact script as that one. It wouldn't be that hard, but I'm just gonna call this handler. And this first we have to define the function, because server scripts load before replicated storage. It runs before it, so we need to reference it. So local event equals game dot replicated storage. Wait, no, game get service replicated storage wait for child click, and then event dot earn server event connect function player, and then our argument 1, which is clicks per click. So I'm just gonna name it amount, and then it's literally as simple as this. We just need to do players clicks equals player wait for child leader stats wait for child clicks. Oh wait, I forgot to put a local behind this. Whoopsie. Local players clicks equals all that, and then players clicks plus equals amount. And if we test this out, it should hypothetically work. Apparently that maxes out my volume when I clap. Let's just test it out real quick and see if it works, baby. Hasta la vista, baby. Hasta la vista, baby. Hasta la vista, baby. Hasta la vista, baby. As you can see at the top right, we have our clicks and our money. You hold out your tool and you click, and it adds to your clicks. Oh, hold up. I'm sorry. I have to make it longer. Gosh, I have to make this video longer than it actually has to be. Player.clicks. You need to add this dot value at the end. My bad. Whoopsie. We should be able to test it. Boom. We'll open them with this. Alright, we're gonna test this now. click, and it adds clicks. There we go. Now it works. You click and it adds clicks. And if we leave the game and rejoin, nothing happens because we don't save the data yet. I'm gonna do the next tutorial. I'm gonna cut this tutorial off. Make sure to subscribe to me because I'm so cool, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.